Consequently, it would not be possible for the verb to be conjugated only in the first person, when it should be so. But a point demands a counterpoint, and that lies in conception. For a long time, and even today, unity has been misunderstood. It is spoken of necessarily, yet entirely misunderstood. Viewed from a universe conceived as multiple, unity is lost. Unity will never be found through any tools. There is no paradox here. There is a need for disconnections. If there is anything that connects something to an environment, in that environment, that something will be. You shall separate earth from fire, with great industry, is in the text. Entering a new state simply means disconnecting everything and anything that has a connection to that state, and acquiring anything that connects to the new state. Sometimes, only a few disconnections are made, which leaves the being in intermediate states. Transitioning through intermediate states offers insights from those in-between realms. Magic is done this way. There is a risk in diving into these intermediate states, which offer pleasurable sensations and hidden information. They may strongly attract the elements of those places, capturing the being, unless clarity, strength, and purpose are firmly rooted in the obsessive self. In the beginning of time lies the skillful principle of a false teaching about living by leaving a mark, making a difference, fulfilling a mission, and writing a story. Only in a rare moment, or in a moment of madness, does the being delve into questioning this. The self does not position itself as rare or insane without an awakening occurring. Many say this, but they fail to comprehend that writing a story is placing oneself within history, crystallizing time and space. It is giving life to what is not life, but rather to what is conceptual and superficial to life. There is an invitation for the being to visit the interior of the earth, to dive into its depths, for it is wisdom that leads to knowledge, not the other way around. Understand sky and earth, for the sky is within the earth, and the earth is within the sky. One comes from the other. The inward dive dissolves the external, leaving only the force that constructs things, as lower and higher steps, where each step supports the next. To navigate the consciousness of things, one gathers the unique force present in the creation of both superior and inferior things. Wisdom is used to dispel obscurity, because obscurity does not exist in the depths. Depth is a concept for non-existence. Only the non-being enters non-existence. But this is already known. In non-existence, one acquires the strength of all forces. To die is not to die. It is to undress. Only the self is everything. Only the self is what is not. Only the self can flow. Only the self can conjugate and be conjugated. Only the self can know. Only the self possesses everything, without having anything. On the journey, whose work is arduous at the beginning, dissolution occurs without haste. Compounds are not rushed. They unite to form what they once were. Passing through what once was, causes what is to cease being. And what is then, becomes what it once was. And what was, dissolves to become what it was before. Everything that obscures consciousness, dissolves. In the dive, consciousness discovers itself. It is an act of liberation. The only thing with a beginning, middle, and end, is like a film, perceived without needing to be. Stories are no longer just stories. They are connections to the self. Support for an unreal universe. Already unnecessary. What is no longer, belongs to anything, although it may be in everything. One must give oneself an opportunity for this. Necessary ignorance can be a strong adversary. Acknowledging its existence may seem wise. Ignorance has its own survival mechanisms, and hides within apparent wisdom, within conceptual wisdom, that is not wisdom. The being must be more attentive to this, and care tenderly for the other tools, provided for their progress on the journey. Be mindful of using these tools, only at the right moment, and only for their intended purpose, for only individual and self-directed work is magical. Anything beyond that is not true magic.